Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you back to another edition of Friday Night Skype. Tonight, I have my usual band of merry men, or not so merry in some cases. We have, joining us tonight with B-Dude.
Woo, that kind of sounded gay, Johnny.
Whatever. Genray.
What are you talking about? I'm always happy.
I know Utarai stepped away from a moment, but he's here. We have Bike. Well, this is the first time Bike's been here. Bike's one of the admins on our Minecraft server. He's also a Let's Player himself. So we're going to talk to him. We have a lot to talk to him about later on tonight. So thanks for being here, Bike.
Yay.
Ryan Phoenix is here.
Good to be here.
Dilly DV.
Hello.
Mr. Liam Six is here.
Cheese.
And tonight's guest is a relatively new Let's Player. His channel started up on July 22nd of this year. He's done. He's been playing Super Mario Sunshine. Is that done yet? Super Mario Sunshine?
No, it's not done yet.
He also has his Sunday Super Show, as I'm going to call it, because I think it makes it more super, where he plays an entire game in one sitting. Quite a feat. But anyhow, we have Mr. JelyToe, everyone. Woo!
Yeah!
All right. So before we get into the video game aspect, well, I guess before we get into the interview aspect of things, I made a video about this earlier today. But for those of you that don't always watch my videos, which is totally understandable, I wanted to bring up Pat the NES Punk, who some of you may know. He's a contributor at RetrowareTV.com. He also has his own website called The Punk Effect. And every year for the past 3 years, well, this will be the third year, he's done an NES marathon of sorts for Child's Play charity, which gives video games and other such things to children that are terminally ill or long-term patients. And so this year, it's a big charity drive, and the way that it works this year is that you can give money to it, and if you donate at least $25, you can put in the comment the name of an NES game, and depending on how much money that you give, they'll play that game for a certain period of time. The more money you give, the more time they'll play the game, and it is cumulative. So if you give $25 and then some guy across the country gives $25, it'll be $50 and they'll play it even longer, so on and so forth. But it starts tomorrow. The website is nesmarathon.com. Go there, check it out. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 Pacific. I'm going to be there. Some other guys from the FNS crew are going to be there. So if you have some time, come check it out, and please give if you got the money, because it's a really good cause. But now, to the important part, what you have inevitably all come here for, to talk to JelyToe about his jelliness. So, why not? How did you come up with your name?
Alright, so I wish I had like a really cool story to it, but it's not really that cool of a story, to be honest. Just like with almost everything in the universe. But JelyToe comes from when I was like a little kid when Animal Crossing first came out, right? Which Animal Crossing is my favorite series franchise, I guess. Mm-hmm. And when Animal Crossing first came out, my friend Alicia got it. She brought it over and we started playing. And I was like, I had to have this game. So I begged my mom to go out and buy it for me. When she brought it home, I didn't want to spend too much time on the train and begin the game, naming your character, naming your town. So I named my town. The first two random words came in my head, and that was JelyToe. And you couldn't put two L's in jelly because there was no room, so that's why there's only one L in JelyToe.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I remember playing that the first time, and we just put hell down for the town. And then it's like, you want to go back to hell? And there's all these cheery little animals, like, guiding you along the way. It's like, yeah, I kind of do. You're right.
Let's go to hell.
Seems legit. Really nice place right now.
It's really pleasant, until I have to pay debt for the house that I didn't want in the first place. Then I go on a murderous rampage.
Is this hell or earth?
Or both. True.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy like that. But, alright, well, there's your story. Everyone's got one to their crazy YouTube-ish name. Let's get into the games you've been playing, because you've only been Let's Playing for a little while, but you've gotten a crazy amount of notoriety. I mean, over 700 subscribers already, and I mean, most people will say subscribers don't matter that much, but seriously, that's a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah, really.
I mean, is there anything that you would particularly attribute that to?
I have a different philosophy on the whole YouTube thing, and I think that's what contributes to gaining subscribers, and that is I don't focus on the videos. I focus on the communications between the people who watch my videos. So I don't really care that much about my videos. It's what I care about is if people like them. So I always reply to every single comment I ever get. I had subscribers on my Skype. You know, I get like 15 messages every single day, and I reply to them. Some people asking tips and tricks and stuff like that for YouTube, and you know, I do like little things here and there, like graphic stuff. Like I know one of you guys earlier asked for a YouTube background. I'd be more than happy to make one for you guys, and that's basically what adds to it. Is people get really happy and people stick around and people tell their friends to subscribe and all that stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's the amount of work that you put into to your stuff too. I mean, your thumbnails, you have custom thumbnails for everything. It just looks like, even if it isn't that much work, it looks really nice.
Your thumbnails are better than mine, I have to say that.
You know, and just
thank you.
Just straight up networking, which is probably, you know, the best advice that you can give to anyone that wants to become.
Yeah, networking.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
PR is very important.
Another thing I want to say is this is just as important for everybody out there who's watching this and wants to be a Let's Player. And you know, like the whole saying, like 2 years ago when I was starting to get into this community 2 years ago, or even 3 years ago, people would just say, "Oh, just upload videos; it'll happen eventually." And that's no longer the case. You can't just do that anymore. You can't sit in your own little corner on YouTube and upload videos and hope to God that you get famous or you get a couple subscribers. It doesn't work.
I gotta say, if I may, that my biggest success has probably been through networking as well. Because it's just, you don't even have to be thinking like, oh, I gotta get in with these guys, oh, I gotta be doing this. I just sent one random off tweet and I got very, very popular very quickly. And then I died down, and now I'm nobody again.
You're stuck with us on a Friday night. Jeez.
That's the most important thing when making these videos, is not the videos themselves, but the people who watch them and becoming friends with people, you know.
I'm so bad at making friends, so I'm very bad at networking.
A lot of PR. PR is very important.
It's the spice of life, you know, and it really is. It's true, you know, in real life, and it's true on YouTube. I would say the second most important thing is probably just consistency. And maybe I take that a little bit too far, because I like to put out a video every single day, and I feel like I've really got to most of the time. But, I mean, networking definitely takes the cake as far as how to get yourself out there. But those are my 2 cents on it. But anyhow, I mean, you've certainly mastered it very quickly. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, really. What are some notable people that you would know and attribute it to?
I became friends with Zelda Master 2010. I've been in a couple of like YouTube groups of like small YouTubers who like chill and like relax and sit back. Like I've been like in and out of like 4 of them, because there's something about smaller YouTubers that get really jealous really fast if you pass them in such a short amount of time.
Oh, I know that.
So like if I'm chilling with a bunch of group of like 200 subscribers, like YouTubers, and I have like 50, but like the next week I pass them, they don't want me in the group anymore.
No. Yeah.
So then I move on to another group, and then I get subscribers from that group, and they help. You know, it's the whole thing. Like you got to help each other out grow.
Sure, absolutely. But well, I mean,
would I contribute to one specific person? No, not really.
Contribute it all to yourself. There you go. That's the one person.
Indeed.
Can't think of anybody to take the credit for.
Why not? Right.
I want to spotlight on Ninbuzz.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, well, excellent.
But that's not really an accomplishment in my book, because I've seen Ninbuzz, and they basically just accept everybody now.
Yeah, well,
it was at one point. I know, and actually it was very similar to what you had just mentioned, where you see someone who gets really popular really fast, and you went nowhere. You being not you, but relative. But yeah, one person got a shout out on spotlight on Ninbuzz, and they took off, and a bunch of my friends got really jealous, and they kicked him out of my group, and I'm just like, come on.
Wow.
That's what happened to one of my friends too. He got kicked out of his group because he got spotlighted on Ninbuzz and they didn't.
Well, if you want to come over to our group, we don't kick anyone out, as you can see, because we have like 12 people here on a nightly basis.
Yeah, it just keeps growing.
This is
If I'm still here, then you know you're allowed to be.
This is true. It's true. So let's see. Let's get to I guess like the one major game that you've let's played so far. Well, wait, before we do that, because it might coincide with this question anyway. But the one question we ask everybody is, what's your favorite game of all time?
A 5 seconds answer or default to ET Go?
Oh, crap. Holy crap.
Oh, holy crap's
Animal
not a very good game. Animal Crossing. Oh.
Or Yoshi Island. I don't know. It's a tie.
Yeah, it's alright. If you think of one later on that, comes to you. But
like right in the middle of a conversation, just scream out.
It's
like,
one of those.
Oh, I like this.
It's one of those questions that's pretty much impossible to answer, but don't think about it too hard. So, but Animal Crossing, or what was the other one that you said? Yoshi's
Island. But now I think about it, it's probably Animal Crossing because I spent so much time playing that game.
I was thinking about, because I'm kind of a collector of games, mostly retro, but I was thinking about getting that a couple months ago, but I don't know how well it's really aged. And especially like the very first one for the GameCube.
Animal Crossing is one of those special games that doesn't really age. It kind of stays the same.
Yeah.
It's a very relaxing game, too. Like, there's no real objective. You can just kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, I could get into something like that, because I love Minecraft a lot, but I just don't know, just because it just looks like, I don't know, I look at it and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go back to hell, these scary animals and stuff.
Hell misses you, Johnny.
Anybody can get into the game, it's just you just sit down and play.
Yeah.
And before you know it, like 6 hours later, you got nothing accomplished. Maybe you got a nice little garden going, but...
Yeah, you got a nice little garden.
That's about it.
That may be just you. I don't know about me.
No, well, it's because like you're a crazy workaholic that probably had conquered massive villages. Something like that. I don't know how the game works. I assume there's some sort of warfare aspect to the game, though, right? I mean, come on.
You guys remember getting the gold watering can in the first game? That was a pain in the ass.
Oh my god.
I remember that, yeah.
It's so hard.
Alright, well, it didn't coincide with the question I was going to ask, so let's just talk about your Let's Play of Super Mario Sunshine that you've got going on right now, that's been going on. Like, this basically started your channel, more or less, right?
Yeah, it did. I didn't really plan on doing... I don't know, it just kind of felt right to do it, so I did it.
Oh, there you go. That's what...
I mean, my opinion is you got to start somewhere, so...
Yeah.
I didn't really put too thought into it.
Well, you can't go wrong with, playing a major franchise like a Mario game. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Well, because I don't know much about Sunshine. I've been on the fence about Sunshine from the get-go, because I just don't know how much it would appeal to me. And then, strangely, I often hear that it's one of the hardest Mario games out there as well.
It's very underrated Mario game,
really
too.
Good.
Yeah.
Mario World's the hardest, I think.
Which one was that?
Mario World.
Mario World the hardest?
Super Mario Bros. 1 is the hardest, in my opinion.
That's mine.
Not even Lost Levels is really that hard.
Really?
I was
Oh my
able to beat
gosh,
Lost Levels as a
seriously?
kid.
The Lost Levels, I could not beat Lost Levels for the life of me. Wow. That's a hard game, I think. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm actually planning on doing a Let's Play of a Mario game very shortly, after Castlevania's done, actually. So that should be fun.
Bring him to Mega Man.
No. I charge $50 an hour for Mega Man tips and advice. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do any more Mega Man games, actually. I mean, I did the Classic series, and that's about it. When it gets to the Super Nintendo, I'm just like... I can play the first X game, but then after that, like, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
I guess it's just really funny, because like, I attribute you so much to Mega
Most
Man,
people
but then
do.
I see you playing all these other games, and like... I thought you only knew Mega Man.
No.
Liam, don't listen to Johnny. He plays Mega Man late at night when no one else is looking with us on Skype. So if you wanna see him play Mega Man, you gotta like sneak it in.
It'll
behind his
be 3,
back.
or I'll be sitting here. He'll be like, Uno, get Mega Man 2 playing. We're gonna do a race right now. What Mega Man do you want to play? Even though I only have Mega Man 2, I'm like, Johnny, I only have Mega Man 2. He's like, it doesn't matter what Mega Man. I'm Johnny King. Mega Man.
You know, Johnny, I'd like to... Sometimes I think I should have an informal race with you again in Mega Man 2.
Absolutely. A lot of people want to take down the king, and that's understandable. So,
Well, I get that you want to take down the king too. So, there's only one, and it's me.
You know, we'll do it. We'll do it someday. We've been actually planning. I'm sorry, we're getting away from JelyToe now, but we were planning. No, it's not fine. It's not right, man. It's just not right.
It's your guys' podcast.
No, but we were planning a Mega Man 2 race for a while now, and I don't know. We'll see if it's gonna happen. The thing about doing a race, though, when it's a bunch of people that know the game really well, is I feel that the commentary tends to suffer. If you see like people that are like watching Nintendo Capri Sun do like that speed run of Link to the Past, You know, just like when you get people that know the game so inside and out and really want to win it, like the commentary is just like nothing because everyone's so dead set on doing everything perfectly.
That's what I really like. That's why. Except for that one guy. I don't know the game, so I'll talk about myself for 4 hours.
Oh yeah, that guy was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like doing the races blind, because it's like we don't know anything.
You guys see that race of what's that one game? Battletoads?
Oh yeah, I've beaten Battletoads.
Oh, that was a great race.
Battletoads, yes.
That was great.
It was Pickle, Nintendo Capri Sun, Super Genius, and Pochon John. That was a really good race.
I think
that was good.
You know, I'm sorry. I always feel like those guys played the game a lot. I've seriously seen like 3 races from Nintendo Capri Sun about Battletoads. And it's like
it kind of went overboard.
What I really want is they've got to be good enough at the game now that they can like do a legit race of that game, because I mean that game's hard. I mean it is really hard, but I mean if you have that much practice into it, I think that they could beat that legitimately at this point.
With save states and infinite lives, which was really redundant, the farthest I ever got was Klinger Winger. It's really hard.
I never got bothered by Klinger Winger. I think I beat that stage on like my 3rd or 4th try. I don't know. I play a lot of Nintendo games, I guess. That was my thing.
I'm not used to sideways Wii remote.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I was playing it on the actual, NES. So.
Yeah. I don't have an actual NES. I have a ROM.
One day, Liam. One day.
It's funny you should say that, because I'm actually getting an extra NES sometime soon.
Well, you know who to send it to.
Oh, send Pat the NES Punk all your Mario Bros. Duck Hunt games. He's making a coffee table out of them. Anyone for the reference? Come on, anyone.
Oh gosh, that is familiar.
I know what it's from, Johnny.
What's it from? I've heard of that.
It's from the Nintendo World Championship.
Oh, the video with Angry Video Game Nerd. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, jeez. What's that line that you guys always say from the Angry Video Game Nerds the fan mail video?
Live like a windhammer as you fuck.
Yes, that's the one.
See futures and balls and don't take a shit if you don't.
That is just great. If you guys have not seen that, just go watch Angry Video Game Nerd Mailbag, and he just gets this broken English letter that's just so freaking hilarious.
Oh, I went to that guy's blog, and it's all like that. And there was this one where he was talking about what to do if you ever have to fight yourself. Like, he's talking about as if there's a doppelganger of you somewhere, as if someone was created in a lab, and it's like, you hear a cock upon the door, and who would it be but you? I'm like, you hear a cock on the door?
That's a cock if I've ever heard one.
And it was spelled, you
gotta link me to that after.
Oh man, alright, so JelyToe. playing Super Mario Sunshine, and then you've just started. Well, mostly just started the Super Show, as I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna get it. I'm saying it like it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show or something like that. But
that's what I'm thinking too when I hear Super Show.
The Sunday
and I'm
show.
Like,
Sunday
Mama
show.
Luigi.
So what made you get started with wanting to do that? Because I mean, it's the entire game. I mean, this video of Super Mario World is 6 hours and 21 minutes long. That's extensive right there.
Wait, what are you asking me again? Like, where it came from, or what's it about?
Came from.
Where did the idea come from?
Yeah, just what made you want to sit down for that long and just play a game straight?
Okay, well, I have this thing where I can actually sit down and play a game for 8 hours and talk. Like, I don't have an issue doing that.
Wow, yeah, I could never do that.
Good for you.
I don't know. I don't know. I just do, but because I've had like a lot of practice doing it. Because like before I started my channel, I had like 5 Let's Plays recorded because I want to get like Let's Plays recorded beforehand. Mm-hmm. But I ended up scrapping those eventually because then I realized it was a stupid idea anyways. But the Sunday show, like I have this weird thing where I don't want to play a video game unless I'm recording it because I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Mm.
Did you guys feel that?
Yeah.
My God, you're like me exactly.
That's
in terms of recording.
That's a lot of the reason behind my blind LPs. I'm like, if I'm gonna play a new game, I'd rather record it. So then
exactly.
It's like, hey, killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Like, I don't enjoy myself. I don't enjoy playing games unless I'm not recording them and having the sole purpose of it being uploaded onto my channel so other people can watch it too. So there's a bunch of games I want to play. However, I'm not gonna sit down and play them. So Sunday show is a perfect solution for that. I upload on a Sunday morning so people can watch spend the entire Sunday just chilling, watching a video game.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do with the weekends, especially because that's the one chance that people have to really catch up on your videos. And even me, who likes to put up a new video every day, on Saturdays now I've gotten to the point where I just like to put up FNS. So it's something that people can put on in the background as they're doing work or playing video games themselves. So.
Johnny, I'm not gonna lie. Many a time when I'm hungover, I just put FNS on, and it's great.
There you go. It's the best cure for a hangover. FNS.
It really is.
Claim to fame right there.
No, we did it, guys. We finally did it.
Made the big times.
Oh man. So, how far are you through Mario Sunshine right now? I mean, you're 22 parts in, so are you getting pretty close to the end of it?
So here's the thing. Okay, so I sat down and recorded the first chunk, and then I left and I went to go because I had to go do something. Then I came back to record the last chunk, and I guess my mic was loose. I guess when I plugged it in the computer, and it was all static, so I had to record the entire thing all over again. Mm-hmm. And I just haven't really got around to, I don't know, doing it yet.
Sometimes it can just kill your energy when you have something like that happen.
Yeah, because it was 6 hours of footage lost, and I have to play it all over again.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, the one downside of bulk recording is if something fucks up, you won't know until 4 hours later when you're looking through it.
Yeah,
happened to me so many times.
And then the recording's no longer genuine.
Yeah,
that frustrates me.
I have a bit of a question. How is it that you're 22 parts into Mario Sunshine with a lot of half an hour videos?
Because I suck.
Die a lot.
Oh.
No, actually,
had the end with the thumbnails.
Yeah, that's the reason why. It's because before I got a partnership, I didn't have the thumbnails thing, so I decided to become the clever person and put thumbnails at half of my video at the very end. So there's a solution for everybody out there who's not partnered.
Well, all right.
Half your video is just an image, but make sure the last half of the video.
The default thumbnails, how horrible the quality are. So you have to be partnered to have decent thumbnails.
That's an interesting solution.
That was the bane of my existence for the longest time. I'd upload a video and it would just look like ass from the screen picture. I'd be like, "Oh, YouTube."
Yeah,
why you do
this?
Like
a dialogue box?
I've had some of those.
I love pretty much every thumbnail I got for Metroid. I think it was going shooting a blue door and then going through and the screen panning. So it would stop halfway, so it would just look like a mesh of gray and black. And it was oh, that looks like a fun game, John. You're really doing a great job.
If you look at Nintendo Capri Sun's Skyward Sword videos, 90% of his thumbnails is just Link the dialogue box.
Yeah.
For his thumbnails.
I remember I did an episode of the Game Cage where I talked about Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, and the thumbnail was just this giant explosion, and I'm like, oh, that's so awesome, and then this is the boringest video ever, though. It's just me just casually flying for 15 minutes. It's so kids, the FX chip came out in 1993. It's a massive applause and ovation.
The old bait and switch there.
Whatever happened to the game?
It's whenever I feel like it, kind of thing. Well, it's kind of because I want to make them. I don't know if you've seen some of the newer ones, like my Batman and Star Wars, but they're really heavily edited, and I play the game for half an hour, and then the editing is 3 or 4 hours I have to put into it, and I script it even. So. But I really enjoy that because sometimes I get in a really hardcore filmmaking kind of mood. So I'll do something like that. I actually have a good idea. The next one I'm going to do, and I'll just let everyone know, is that I'm going to do one on the original Ninja Turtles trilogy for the NES, and go through all 3 of those games and maybe show people how to beat the dam in the first Ninja Turtles. So no one can do that apparently.
Show me how to get cleaner winger, then I'll be impressed.
I'll work on that. If I have a save state for the level, I could probably do it.
Play up to it on 2-player mode.
Oh, gosh. But then apparently you can't beat it, though, you were saying.
No, you can't.
That's weird. I've never seen that. I never knew that before. I don't know, but...
I think that's just Battletoads being a dick.
It's you thought you could beat this game? Fuck you!
Exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys, oh, my bad. I have a pet bird, so if he starts squawking...
That's alright.
There you go.
Is it a condor? Is it a parrot?
It's a condor. Is it a bald eagle? It's a bald eagle.
Conure.
No, I know what you said. It's a son Conure.
Oh.
Oh, wow, we have one of those at our store. He's sweet as pie.
Yeah.
Exactly in America.
Yeah.
Learning more about Dilly.
Yeah, Dilly's like an animal, man. He was raised by apes or tigers or something. Yeah.
He's raised by dogs.
Southerners, but same thing.
Canis lupus.
Yeah, my son Conure, he's about as sweet as garbage.
Good.
About as sweet
No,
as
because
garbage.
like when we got him, he's 3 years old, right? And I just got him about a month ago, and he's been locked up in an attic for 3 years as a breeder bird. But the thing is, the lady was so stupid that she bought the same gender.
Oh,
She couldn't figure it out.
How are you that
Yeah, she couldn't
stupid?
figure it out. So
She just picked them
eventually
both
she's
up and just started
"No,
running them
you
into
know,
one
they're
another.
not breeding, so I'm gonna sell them." And I got them for $50.
You did
I
not.
hope they weren't
Yeah,
reading.
I got them for $50.
That's a $600 bird.
I know it's a $600 bird.
Wow.
Holy shit. Holy God.
Better call
wow.
Ace Ventura.
But he's pretty nice to me, but he's just like the Grinch to everybody else.
Oh, that's good.
That's kind of like my dog. He's such a bastard to everybody that's not me.
Every experience I've had
Yeah.
with birds has just been like, hey, there's a bird. It just makes this loud, high-pitched noise and shits everywhere. Hey, fun animal. I'm going to go take it out for a walk later on.
Is a seagull.
I saw a yellow seagull once, and that was the day I realized I was colorblind.
Maybe someone just peed on it.
Good joke, but you can't be colorblind to white. I am colorblind.
Oh, geez. See what you've done now? They've done it offendedly.
You want to bet, Liam? I can tell you my trials of white and yellow. I have many stories.
No.
I have no fucking color with what color. I have no idea what the color of the walls in my room are.
Next time on FNS,
Neither do I.
Ito and his
I was
colorblindness.
told they were blue.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk to you about the game Hell Yeah and your latest video. So, what's the lowdown on Hell Yeah? If you don't mind explaining it to maybe people that have no idea what we're even talking about.
Well, if you want to know about Hell Yeah, I just canceled it today, actually. So.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why I want to talk to you about it.
Oh, okay. So, whenever I feel like uploading a video talking about what's going on, I'll do this quick update thing. And in the quick update video that I did today, I explained why I'm canceling it. Because Hell Yeah is like a 12-hour long game. It's about as long as a Zelda game, which I was absolutely like shocked because like this game is like an arcade game for the Xbox, and it doesn't seem like it seemed like it'd be like a 2-hour to 3-hour game. And it was perfect for a Halloween Let's Play. But then after I found out that after I finished it, and it was like 12 hours into the recording, I said, I have no way. There's no way I can upload this in October. Like, it's going to go almost into like December before the time I actually finish this Let's Play. So I decided just to cancel it and use it as a Sunday show.
But is it like an actual like bad game? Would you recommend it?
Oh, it's an amazing game. I recommend it to everybody.
All right. No, that's good to hear because I was actually watching some videos on this new game called the Retro City Rampage that came out about a week ago now, and it's an indie developed game that you can get on the PS3 or 360, and it's like an old school. Like, if you ever played the old school GTA games where it's a top down perspective, it's like that. But it's very like 8-bit arcade-ish, and they have a lot of like references to pop culture from like the 80s and video games in it, and it's a pretty cool looking game. I mean, it seems like there are a lot of indie titles that are worth giving a try for however much they go for, because most of them only go for like $10 to $15.
The way the game industry is going lately, like we're gonna see very soon that indie games by like private developers, like teams of 1 or 2 guys, are going to be the standard over the big developed games because they're just rehashes over and over again. Where like an indie game is usually a guy that has an idea that's new.
Mario jumping.
Whoa!
I love
what
it.
a twist!
Oh my god.
Speaking of like the way the gaming industry is gonna go, I know that like we talk a lot about how games are only gonna be downloaded from the internet. I know. I think a lot of us are against that. We don't really like that because half of us here are retro collectors, for God's sakes, and you want that physical copy. But I have to say that some of the benefits of a digital copy is you can throw that digital copy to somebody else, across the world if they have your PSN ID.
True.
It's only up to two copies though, but if they delete that off their Xbox or PS3, then you can let somebody else download it from somewhere else. And that's what I did with Dishonored, because I let Genray download it.
I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer that I don't even own a PS3, so I cannot be involved in this illegal activity.
It's not illegal. It's in the copyright. It's in the copyright. It even says it, so...
I'm just covering myself legally anyway.
So there.
I hate all things
Alright.
right now.
I declare you not whatever you just said.
Alright, well, we're at like the halfway point. Let's talk to Bike. Yay!
Hi.
I want to ride my bicycle.
That would be great if that played when you came on. I mean, Queen would have her head
set
for
that
it,
out.
but
Oh, copyright, don't play.
I'm not allowed to sing
I'm
anymore.
in on the
without it.
Minecraft server.
Oh,
You can do it on the Minecraft server? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
All right, so as I introduced Bike before, he's also a Let's Player, but mostly he's a Minecraft genius extraordinaire.
God.
He's one of the admins on our server, and I just wanted to talk to him a little bit about the 1.4 update that's coming up, because it looks freaking amazing, and they just have so much new stuff. What are you most excited for, Bike?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know. As Uto was talking about earlier, the carrot on a stick is going to be pretty awesome.
Carrot on a stick.
yes, that's my favorite thing. Ride the pigs,
Yeah.
control them.
Yeah, for those...
Does it
They're
increase your
adding
mount speed by
two-
10%?
They're adding 2 new things to the game: potatoes and carrots. And I'm not entirely. Potatoes you can use to. Actually, I don't even know. Potatoes.
Yeah, there's like it's like a 1 in
Carrots.
6 chance that you could pull a poisonous potato too, and that seems to have like no use whatsoever, other than oh crap, it's a
Are
bug.
you guys
Add
are you
poison.
adding steak?
They had steak already.
They're not.
Yeah.
Oh, you have steak.
There's already steak. Yeah.
This is going to be a balanced
Oh
meal.
yes, getting all food groups
The
represented.
carrots you can put on freaking
Fishing
whatever
rods.
they're called, fishing rods, and then you can use those to control pigs, and that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, because up to this point, for those who do not know, listening and here as well, they had pigs in the game, and they had saddles, which were a really rare item to come by. But you could put a saddle on a pig, and you could ride it, but you had no way up until now of actually controlling the pig. But now with a carrot on the end of a fishing rod, you can actually, move it around and use it as some sort of a mode of transportation.
I don't know
You guys
if
think
we're
it's
really
weird
that interested
that-
in a carrot.
I don't think
I
so.
mean, you guys think it's weird that we're getting excited over like carrots and potatoes in
No.
Minecraft?
Have you ta-
Oh.
I've been begging Nox for the longest time to put a mod in the server that lets you control the pigs, and he's been like, nope, the server has to stay legit. And now it's finally going to be a real thing, so I can do it.
Legit.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but one of the hugest things in the upgrade coming up is going to be the command blocks.
yes, which...
Which
The what?
everybody's been talking about. Which is, it's kind of interesting. But it's kind of a random thing for them to put in the game. But it can only be obtained through creative mode.
Oh, okay.
Basically, you can just put a command into it, and then when it's activated via redstone, it'll use the command.
So you can say like, command, make me potatoes, and then like you put redstone and it makes you potatoes.
Command. It has to be an actual command in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, so like command, kill the bee dudes.
Yeah. Yes, you could do that.
Bee dude,
I've got the kill switch
So
right
basically
here.
You could turn them into landmines.
Well, I was pretty impressed with the new mob, the Wither guy
The Wither.
from the Netherlands.
It's interesting.
Well, aren't his like spawning conditions really peculiar anyway, or something like that? He's
His spawn is kind of random and actually hasn't been talked about yet.
because he
But the only thing that's known is he darkens the sky of the overworld when he spawns.
Yeah.
But currently there's no actual natural way of him spawning.
because I've seen some people fight him, and he's like got 3 heads, like some sort of like Hydra sort of looking thing, and he shoots.
He basically has like a skeleton's body with a tail, and he flies, and he has 3 heads.
Yeah, and he shoots flaming
And
skulls.
each of the heads shoots separate projectiles.
Yeah.
Sounds like Ghidra.
Yeah, but then he can also explode too, and like the explosion's like 4 times the size of a creeper explosion. It's gigantic.
Yeah, and because of him, they've now created another monster called the Wither Skeleton, which spawns in nether fortresses.
Nice. Yeah, the Nether does not look like a happy place. I mean, that looked like hell before, but now it really is like hell. Like there are giant black skeletons there now too that just look.
Another interesting thing that's going to happen is creepers will explode when they fall from like high heights and hit the
No,
ground.
that's just what we needed. Hooray!
Yep.
Creepers. Fun.
Yes. Another thing that's interesting though is the Wither will actually attack all mobs.
Well, that's a plus, I suppose.
So it is.
Except it shoots explosions, so it's not very.
It shoots explosions? Does it shoot like the babies
It's just
do.
like fireballs, kind of like whatever they're called
Like
in the Nether, the gas in the Nether, but they arc.
Huh. Well,
they are adding 2 new potions: a potion of invisibility and a potion of night vision.
yeah, the night vision one looks really good. Like I saw that under complete dark situation, you could see really well with that. That seems like it's going to be very helpful, especially in mines.
Yeah, another thing, slimes will now spawn on the surface in swamp biomes at night.
Oh, that's good. Slimes are always so hard to come by, so that'll be a plus. But I'm looking really forward to this update. I think it's gonna get me into Minecraft all over again.
Zombie pigmen will now come through the portal. That's another interesting thing.
Oh,
What?
that's just great.
Seriously?
Yeah, if you create another portal, they'll randomly spawn out of the end.
No, my house is built around one. Shit.
Oh yeah, another interesting thing here, Dilly, is if you fire an arrow through a nether portal, it will go through the nether portal, maintaining its momentum.
Really? So we can have like nether basketball arrows or something?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Hell yeah, dude! We can make a little game. Shooting this nether portal, get a chicken. Shooting this nether
Well,
portal,
I'm
get a
looking
goldfish.
forward to it. When did you say that the
Goldfish.
Yeah.
when did you say the
be awesome.
update officially comes out?
October 24th.
October 24th. Well,
Yes.
I hope we have that in our server, and I hope our server is public at some point, because that would be really cool to have a whole bunch of people on our server
I need to talk to
destroying our
Alex about
shit,
that again.
that we worked so hard
I haven't
for.
talked to him in a while. They are adding a new block to the... Oh, another thing that's going to be interesting is they're overhauling a ton of the sounds, like the noises and stuff in the game.
What about the music?
Music, they haven't changed.
Right, well, that was my one complaint with the update, was that they're going to have footsteps now for everybody. And I was watching
Yeah.
like 4 people play it, and with 4 people walking around really close to one another and footsteps like constantly, that got really annoying
It's gonna be
really
irritating.
fast.
Are they gonna have like the footsteps change sound depending on which texture
Yeah,
that you're walking
yeah.
on?
Yep.
I
But-
hope so.
Don't they already do that?
Yes, they do, but they have changed the sounds.
Yeah, but it seemed like it would get really annoying really fast. But at least like it adds a creepiness factor and also a helpful factor, because if you're in a mine all by yourself, you can hear stuff approaching you. Like you could hear a zombie like walking towards you, something like that.
No, we can hear it anyways. It kind of moans.
Well,
and
yeah, it
growls
does,
like a
but
dog.
it could be anywhere if you hear it moaning and doing its zombie stuff. So it's a nice little
sounds-
touch.
It sounds dirty.
These spiders make the most disturbing sound ever, though, when they walk.
It's like an ooey gooey noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a new thing is spawning in the world now, the witch huts.
Oh yeah, witch huts randomly spawning, and
Yes, which leads to another thing. They're now adding a new mob called witches to the game.
ooh.
Are they gonna be like other NPCs but deadly? Instead of like
Kind
monster?
of. They're gonna live in their witch huts. They look kind of like villagers, only they have a wart on their nose.
Yeah, don't they have like big?
And they have a
Yeah,
hat.
they have the hat. Doesn't they have, like, black spirally hair?
Yes.
Just hat.
What do they attack you with? Arrows?
If you hit them, they will throw potions at you.
Oh, so they're only attack unless attacked first.
Yeah, they're kind of neutral.
But the zombies now can turn the NPCs into zombies themselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Hey,
that's another
what?
thing. Zombies will be able to turn NPC, like other villagers, into zombies.
Oh, well, we'll have to burn down their village then.
Now I don't feel so bad about destroying their village.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good actually.
Oh man, well that's the update in a nutshell. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be lots of fun. I was just looking, Jelly, at you playing your Sunday show of Sonic Advance. How was that? How was that for you?
Sonic Advance. I actually really liked it. I think might like Sonic Advance more than like the classic Sonic
Really?
games.
Because that's actually what I was getting at. Because I just played the first Sonic not too long ago for the first time ever. That was hardcore Nintendo fanboy, like back when it was the Super Nintendo versus the Sega Genesis days.
Right, I remember that.
Oh yeah, and so it's been interesting going back and playing them. Like I played the first one, and I'm obviously not that great at it, but I think I would still prefer Mario games over Sonic. But to say that this is better than the classic series, that's they give Sonic some hope. Because there's still like such a diehard group.
Well, Sonic Advance is an old game.
Oh,
though.
is it? Like, is it Game Boy Advance, like first generation game for it, more or less?
I'm sorry, you're cutting up a little bit.
Oh,
What did you say?
sorry. Is it just like a really early Game Boy Advance game?
Yeah. It's like maybe the early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah. I think the last Sonic game that I played when it came out was Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Origins or whatever it is that came out recently was quite
Really?
good.
Yeah. We could
Sonic Origins, Sonic Generations.
Oh yeah, Sonic Generations.
we could probably do a whole
Yeah, I heard that was
episode
really
on
good, but Sonic Colors, that's a good Sonic
Yeah, I've
game.
heard a lot of good stuff about that. What is that? Just like
Oh, yeah,
is that
Sonic.
like a straight up Sonic game, or is there like a different kind of? Like, it's not a racing game or anything, is it? Oh.
No.
Nope. Actually,
It's
Sonic
like-
game.
It's like an actual Sonic game, but it's like really, really good.
All right.
A lot of people complain about the music, though, because it's kind of like, I don't know.
Kinda
kiddish.
Japanese pop.
They've got such
Yeah,
but-
exactly. Japanese
Yeah,
pop-ish.
it's so bizarre. Like, I think I was watching a playthrough of Generations, and like I always love to sing that like Supersonic Racing song. Like sometimes it pops into my head just completely randomly, but it like, have like the most Japanese kind of like anime intro music to it. It's like we gotta fight with our greatest confidence, save the world and the princess, or something like that. I don't know. It's Sonic music, I guess. That's all I can say about it.
I still think that my favorite Sonic game is probably Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes.
It's just,
I like the Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure 2, because I just loved going in there and throwing them against the wall till they changed colors. Like, I actually beat one so hard that it changed from, like, the default, like, normal color to orange, and then when it healed, it was green.
wow, you really did turn
Yeah, like
Wound did
normal
not heal,
color blue.
Chow's brew is really weird.
do. I remember playing that on the Dreamcast when you had the really cool visual memory units for the Dreamcast, and then you could take it out and play it like a Tamagotchi. And I don't know if you guys ever did that or not. It was so cool, though. Because I was like,
None of us had a Dreamcast.
yeah, I know, well, but I only got a Dreamcast for Phantasy Star Online, which is a game that...
Oh, I can wrong.
Yeah, okay, good. I didn't even know if you would know it, Liam. I don't know. This
I played it a long
is
time
really, yeah,
ago.
it was...
Everybody plays it. There's a free server. You should check it out.
Yeah, we still play it on this free server every now and again. But, yeah, that game was really awesome. Seriously, a really underrated action RPG games, and that's probably my favorite genre of game to begin with anyway.
It was weird when I was playing it, but it was fun. I had a
Yeah.
good time.
Well, I mean, they made a lot of advances to it, too, because after they brought it from the Dreamcast to the GameCube, it was like 4-player multiplayer. And for the Dreamcast, it was just, there was no multiplayer offline at all. It was all about the online experience, which was, believe me, pretty ridiculous. Back in 1999, you take like, the phone cord and woo, dial up. Yeah, we're gonna play some hardcore games at 3 kilobytes a second. Yeah.
And then if somebody had like a Game Shark, they could freeze your game and steal all your
Yep.
equipment.
Yeah, that was
Epic.
very great and devious. It was all in the fun of the game, right? We're having a good time now. Oh. But, yeah.
There's no fun in this game. Only pain.
But seriously, man, the Dreamcast was a really underrated system. My God, like the stuff that they had, it was just way ahead of its time.
Even the Wii U's taking a page from its book,
Oh,
apparently.
really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How's
Well,
that?
think about it. There's a screen in the controller.
Oh,
on the controller, yeah.
Speaking of the Wii U, that's coming out very, very soon.
Does anyone know anything about it?
November 18th?
18.
18th.
Did you guys see the Australian Wii U Pro Controller picture?
No. What's that?
Johnny, well, you might like this.
Okay. Because I do like controllers with screens on them.
No, this one isn't. It doesn't have a screen on it. It's just a little something cool. As anyone watching would not be able to see this, probably best to just take it and move on.
No. Alright, well, I'll check it out. Oh, something about Super Nintendo. Oh, sweet! Okay, so it's a Super Nintendo controller inside of what kind of resembles almost like an
Like an
Xbox
Xbox.
360 controller. That's the best way of explaining it.
Oh, snap, I just realized that there's a Super Nintendo controller in
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty awesome, actually. Why did
That's
why
badass.
did we ever get the colorful Skittle type buttons for the Super Nintendo controller? That always bothered me.
We didn't have the technology then.
Do you think kids were going to eat them?
Yeah, we
It's
did.
like-
My controller has colorful buttons.
You said we had 2 different colors that time.
Always,
We're supposed to talk about how hard done by we were back in the
yeah,
day.
it was a rough day back in the day. To walk 50 miles to school uphill both ways.
Uphill both ways.
Not
that's
easy.
right.
Not easy way to live.
My parents
In
were
the
too
snow.
cheap to buy me shoes.
I'm so
Free-
sorry about that.
3 foot snow.
Well,
Had to disappear for a second. I totally missed your reaction over the controller.
Oh, it was awesome. It's really cool. It's a Super Nintendo controller inside of a 360 kind of controller.
That's the gist of it, but it's for the Wii U.
Yeah, I mean, wow. The future is here.
Dun, dun, dun.
And it involves the
And it
past.
involves the past.
Have y'all seen that N64 handheld that somebody like custom made?
I did.
Like
That
a
was so
14-inch
cool.
LCD? Yeah, I see.
What did they...
He gave like the pages set out too.
That would not be fun at all, but that's really cool.
What did they make it out of?
You're carrying around a 14-inch LCD.
I know, and I can't imagine what the battery life is. You're gonna have it plugged in. I
Might as well have just like the
Oh,
guy
I'm
carrying
sure.
around a TV.
Might as well not be portable. It's portable for like 2 hours.
Well, that's good for like a bus ride or something. You'd be the boss on that bus.
Well, the thing is, there's like 4 games I'd want to play on the N64. I only have 4 games, one of which is Ocarina of Time, and I can play that on a 3DS anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I could play Conker's Bad Fur Day in public and corrupt young minds.
That's the way to go about it there.
I think young minds are more corrupt with Call of Duty these days. Sorry.
You know,
I'm remembering the time we live in, and I will agree with you.
I'm surprised that there are so many people nowadays that can afford to have... Well, I guess I don't know if afford's the best word, but have both systems. Because, you know, going back to, like, the Super Nintendo versus the Genesis, like, war that was. Like, if you weren't part of that war, oh my gosh, you haven't seen shit. Like, that was, like, people died during that time.
It lasted a few months there.
Right? I mean, there's blast processing involved, and we don't even know what that stuff did to us now. I mean, you're just down the road. Well,
They didn't even know what that stuff
we don't
was.
even know what it is.
They still
We're
don't.
using these weapons of mass destruction like blast processing, and we didn't even know what it was going to do to us. Things got out of control fast, to say the least. But, I mean, it's strange that, you know, families have... Well, I guess it makes a little bit more sense, because now, you know, the older generation, they grew up playing video games as well. So they also play video games, not just their kids. But that they have both, like, a PS3 and a 360, and maybe even a Wii on top of it all. You know, it was...
And a beast-ass PC.
Yeah, and a beast-ass PC. And a supercomputer that sucks out your brains. It's amazing.
Don't forget about all the handhelds, too. The little kids have to have, like, the DS and the PSP.
Yeah, I'm so...
And the Vita. Yeah.
I'm so out of
The Vita!
A DSi, a DS Lite, and a 3DS.
What are your
Yeah!
What are your thoughts on
Cover one of those households,
thoughts on
too.
the
There we go.
PS Vita? Actually, is a good question.
Name 2 good games on the PS Vita.
There's that Assassin's Creed game that's only on the Vita.
Metal Gear Solid.
Technically, those games aren't on the Vita; they're on the PSP. They're
Yeah, I'm talking
system.
about Vita
I'm just
exclusive.
playing.
Yeah,
I'm-
Vita has like its own.
Planet Vita game.
Absolutely nothing.
But the,
I've never seen anyone play. I see people with 3DSs all the time. Never seen anyone with a
yeah.
Vita.
Well, I'm just playing
true.
devil's advocate here because I think
They're
that
a piece of crap.
kind of
Let's
pretty
just
crappy
put it
too.
out
Well, they just have a shitty library.
Yeah, well, they're
Yeah,
just
piece of crap.
I looked at their library setup for 2013, and it's starting to get better. It really is.
well, it might be getting a little better, a little too late is the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know.
How long
Speaking
has
of
it been out
lineups
now?
getting better, the 3DS is getting better. They're starting to release their big 3DS games, the Paper Mario, all that
Paper
stuff.
Mario, yeah.
I
Luigi's Mansion too.
given how every DS game has gone so far, or 3DS game, I'm not excited for Paper Mario. Like, and this might just be me talking because of how Kingdom Hearts 3D went. I was so excited for that game, and it was just so much disappointment. I couldn't bear it. But I'm not excited for Paper Mario.
Does anybody like in here not like the 3DS?
I'm so out of the loop when it comes to handhelds. I've got an
Yeah, me too.
atomic purple see-through Game Boy Color, which I bought only for the purpose of playing
I still have the
Pokemon
same
Blue
one.
on back in 1997. And that's
Yeah, I still like
I
the
got
old
one of
Game
those,
Boy. I like the Game Boy Color because I traded in my DS Lite for a GameCube controller. Actually,
Wow.
yeah, that's how much I was like. I need another GameCube controller. And
Worst trade ever.
That's yeah, sorry, bud. That's a got shafted big
oh,
time.
Jimmy. When will he learn?
You guys can say that. That's a matter of opinion. It was the best trade I ever made.
No, even monetary wise, you got screwed.
Did you do it at GameStop?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's your problem right there.
Oh, at my GameStop,
I
they would take your DS and charge you more money and then put you in debt or something like. Our
Yeah.
GameStop
Put you on a payment plan now.
They make you put the down payment on their house and then sign you to it.
They would
Oh,
too.
freaking good lord! What happened with GameStop? It used to be not that bad of a place, and
I remember being not that
You know,
bad.
and then it's just like they just got so greedy and money hungry, and now they're the anti-gamer establishment, and
I blame the product protection plan.
Even right now.
If anyone knows what that is.
no, I haven't stepped inside of one in probably a couple of years actually, but
Where do you go for games?
Best Buy, honestly, or
Internet.
Steam, yeah.
Well, here's shit. Okay, so I bought Black Ops, right? The day it came out, right? And something was wrong with my disc, so I brought it back.
Okay.
They thought I was like bringing like to sell it back. You know how much the money they would offer me to return Black Ops, which just came out the day before?
Half.
20.
$15
Wow.
bucks.
Damn!
And how much would they have sold it for?
They would have sold it for like $50. They sell like $15 less.
Shit,
I was so pissed.
You were not.
Oh,
the
you know
first
what was really shitty? I bought Shadow of the Colossus from GameStop for $40. And then it was recycled. I'm like, well, I guess I'm getting a better deal. It's 40 instead of 50 that the regular one is. I go in there a week later, and their regular one is down to 40, and the recycle's down to 30. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Wow, that I just don't know, man. And you can't even like compete with them either. If someone wanted to open a rival game shop, it's like, how do you? Because they've got so many ins with everyone. It's like, you know, pre-order this game at GameStop and get the big gun that blows the shit out of anything. You know, it's like, how do I compete with that? I can't really.
Get the ending of the game there.
That's why I like working at Walmart. Okay, my statement is no longer funny.
No, it's even more funny. Oh, Walmart. Wow. Do a lot of people come in to shop for games at Walmart, actually?
I work in electronics, so I only see the people who come to electronics. But yeah. They
Wow.
do. More people come in looking for batteries, which is very annoying, because they're like, "Where are your batteries?" And I turn my head half an inch, and you see this huge wall spanning like 20 feet full
And then they
of
start
batteries.
shaking.
And I'm like, "Take your pick."
Take your pick, and you get out of my face right now.
I mean, if you have to ask for batteries, you didn't look.
You didn't even fucking look. You just grab a guy and you're like, you didn't even look, did you? Huh? Don't lie to me. I can see through you. I can see your soul.
Shitty. It really is. What's really funny is I got this one guy and he's like, I want to pre-order Black Ops 2, and I'm like, I work at Walmart and they give me these pre-order things and they don't do a thing. They're a down payment. It's like you can pay $10 now for a hamburger on Tuesday or something like that. You pay $10 now, and when the game comes out, you bring the card in, and they're like, "Oh yes, we saved one for you, and here's $10 off because you bought that." Woohoo! That's not how it works. We're not saving you shit.
No.
If we sell your copy, we sold your copy. Come back next Tuesday. And this guy's like, "I want to pre-order it," and I'm like, "No, you don't. This isn't really worth anything." He's like, "Yes, I do." And I explained it all to him. He's like, "Oh, no, I want this now." I'm like, "Dude, you are not listening to reason. I'm trying to save you money here."
You better be back here at 12:01 a.m. on launch day.
Yeah, really.
How,
I hope that jackass got his game sold to someone else.
Probably.
You know, the secret to midnight releases is go to Toys R Us.
yeah?
Yeah, no one goes to
Yeah,
Toys
I
R
haven't
Us.
been to Toys
They
R
have
Us.
Actually,
Toys R Us.
I buy all my games from an independent game store now, and it works
I don't
pretty
have
good
one
there.
of those. I want one of
Yeah,
those.
I live in Chicago, and I've been
nice.
looking for like retro stores or anything other than a GameStop around me. I can never find anything, and I literally live like half an hour away from the actual city of Chicago, and it just like boggles my mind. It's like gigantic city, nothing. Damn it!
I live in like this area that where like every store imaginable is, and we have like 3 game stores. One is GameStop, another one is something else, and another one I don't know. But like people hate GameStop so much they don't go to GameStop; they go to the other ones. So
It makes
Toys R Us is always the solution.
you know that's actually good. I haven't thought of Toys R Us in forever. You know, I remember getting a lot of games there when I was a lot younger, but. Yeah, I kind of forgot that they even sold Nintendo games or video games in general.
I forgot they even existed.
Oh, there's been one around me forever since I've like lived in this area. Just like, I think if you're at that weird awkward age where you're too old for Toys R Us, but you're going in there without any kids, you're just gonna probably get arrested or something. I don't know.
Oh man,
Probably.
I'll buy
Toys
you a
R Us.
video game.
Video game time.
The Toys R Us where I live, it actually has. You remember arcades? How they'd have those like Mario statues, like the old school ones from back when Super Mario was new. They actually have one of those old school Mario statues at the Toys R Us.
Wow.
I went in there one day and I was like trying so hard to buy it from them because it was so awesome.
Wow, that is That is pretty cool, actually.
There are fables told about this game store, an independent game store, in a town that's, I'd love to say near me, but isn't. It's actually 60 miles away.
It might be worth the trek.
That's really the closest.
Just vlog the whole thing, make it a trek, and add some sappy music to it. Maybe.
It's weird when I wanted to go to PAX Prime this or I guess last summer, when I was going there, I had two options of the airport I was going to take. One that was 2 hours north of me, or one that was 2 hours south of me past the border in Montana. And I was like, well, if I go north, that's great, because I'm in my country anyways, whatever, it's great. But then I looked at what the path I'd be taking going south, and I'm like, I passed a town that's my name. And I'm like, that'd be awesome, I want to vlog that. But since my name isn't actually Liam,
no one knows
I just go to and no one knows that, and I wouldn't even tell them. I just stop at the town and say, something looks a little off here. Moving on.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the night, and we've been starting this new thing. Actually, I think like the last episode we did with Liam, that was like the last episode we did where we didn't start doing this yet. But yeah, I know. Maybe you'll have your chance one day. But one of my favorite TV shows of all time is Inside the Actor's Studio, and it's just a very in-depth, kind of an intimate kind of chat with actors and directors, about their craft and what they do particularly. And it's kind of like what we mostly talk about on this show, because in a sense we're entertainers as well, being Let's Players. So he asks these 10 questions at the end of every show, and I thought that they're pretty appropriate, and we've done it for the past few weeks, so I'm going to continue it with the JelyToe. So I hope you're prepared, because there are 10 questions coming your way.
This is that third world interrogation that I mentioned earlier.
Yes, and it's a lot kind of like a Rorschach test or like an ink blot test, where you're not supposed to think too hard about it. So just
Rorschach. I heard Cornshack.
Cornshack test, classic.
Got me all kinds of excited.
I know, right? Well, so don't think too hard about it. Just kind of say the first thing, more or less, that comes to your mind. So, question number 1: what is your favorite word?
Boom.
Awesome. Question number 2: what is your least favorite word?
Sister.
Starting to see a bit of a pattern here.
All right. Well, this question's great, because this is the next question too, so I'll have to clarify this one. What turns you on? Creatively,
if your answer matches 1 or 2, I'm going to be very
spiritually, or emotionally. Is it number 1 or number 2?
What turns me on? I don't know. Faces. I like
faces. Yeah, you don't really need an explanation, and unless you give a really bizarre answer.
Okay. Wait, like physically or like
creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Asians.
That's certainly.
I'm adding you as a friend right now.
I forgot spiritual and emotionally. We're all talking physically here.
I know. That was great when I asked Jack Gnome Shark that, and well, actually the question hasn't come up yet, but anyhow, I'll mention it when we get there. Question number 4: what turns you off?
Fat people. I don't know.
There you go.
What if they're fat Asian? Are you just sort of in the middle?
No. I'm completely left wing on that one. No way.
All right.
Fat thing kind of trumps the whole thing.
My favorite question, and probably many other people's: what is your favorite curse word?
Oh, this is a good one. Hold on. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I guess cunts. I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't use it very often, but it's like my pistol.
That's it. It's the big guns.
Sure. Yeah, a pistol cunt.
It's my super soaker. I don't use it very often.
Cunt super soaker. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah. Hooray for FNS! It's a family show.
You're just handing them to
I know.
me.
Well, they're great. You can't pass those up. I mean, to be fair. All right. So, question number 6. This is one I was talking about with Gnome Shark. What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, I know. Actually, this is a pretty good answer. You know the sound that Mario makes when he's like walking on like plastic.
On plastic.
Or like tap dancing type of like The clicking sounds like when he's
from
talking.
like,
I know
from
what you
Mario
mean.
64.
It's like really soothing like sounds.
Okay, got it. Yeah, this is where
okay.
Gnome Shark just went. The sound of a woman moaning, just like.
I know the woman he's talking about. I know the woman.
Oh gosh, we should have had him here on tonight, maybe.
I don't know.
All right. So question 7: what sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, I do not like the sound of. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I can answer the obvious: is the scratch on the scratch board.
Yeah,
but
you hear that one a lot, even on the TV show. They say that one a lot.
alarm clock.
Oh yes, that's definitely mine. I hate one so much.
I hate the alarm clock.
All right. Well,
Is it bad that I sleep with my alarm clock right next to my head?
Rob, are you a really heavy sleeper?
No.
You just like to be alert.
I do
Just
too,
'cause.
just so I can like hit it easier.
I guess that's part of it.
So I have to get up and.
No. Well, I don't know if this question really applies because I know that you're in college. The question is generally stated as what profession other than your own would you like to attempt, but I generally just ask it as what's your dream job?
Actually, I'll answer both. My job that I'm going to right now is computer engineering, but my dream job I would like to be a firefighter.
Okay.
That sounds like cool.
What profession would you not like to do?
Clean bathrooms.
And finally, question 10, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What up, bitch?
Awesome. And that has been 10 questions with JelyToe. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the show. That's the way that we're officially ending shows. I will ask any last words from anyone. And don't just say last word. And no,
Damn it!
Did anybody cry whenever Hollywood Video went out of business?
No.
Did anyone cry when Bruce Willis died at the end of Sixth Sense?
Well, he was already dead. He didn't die at the end of Sixth Sense.
That's a hard question because he was dead at the beginning.
Did anybody cry when Gary's Radicate died?
You know, I was really intrigued by that whole mystery, though.
Did anyone cry when the end?
Yeah. It's a cliffhanger ending. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for everyone out there in the internet world listening to our ramblings. Thanks everyone for joining us. JelyToe for being our guest, my usual panel of awesome Let's Players and good friends. Check out Pat the NES Punk, his charity marathon. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. I'm going to try to be there most of the day in the chat. If you call out to me in the chat, I will probably not see it. I will probably be asleep. But, it's for charity, so, go there. It's going to be a lot of fun, any way you look at it. So, anyhow, thanks a lot, guys, for listening. This has been the Johnny Cage and friends for Friday Night Skype. Later on.